what are you looking at? Blocking schemes, the characteristics of the guy you're going against?
You start with runs, and just run plays. Because stopping the run is obviously the most important thing for us. That's like, you come in on Sunday, watch all the runs, get their top runs, percentages, stuff like that. And then we move on to pass later in the week. Just look at the tackles for me, just their hands, how they shoot, how they punch, what moves we think will go work on them. And
Hey Nick, a few weeks ago you said that there's no reason you don't think this team should win a national championship. You've been following this program when your brother was here. You've been on very good teams here before. Now that you're 2 weeks removed from that comment, you've seen some of the results on the field and you've seen the progression. Is this team the best team you've been a part of at Ohio State so far, and why would you think that if so?
I think it is. I just think it resembles that team from 2014 a lot, just with really a lot of weapons on offense. I think everything has just come together at each position. Sometimes we had holes. Not that our teams weren't great in the past, but I think everything is just coming together this year. A lot of young guys, but super talented. Our D-line is playing at a level that's honestly never been seen. So, I mean, when your O-line and your D-line can play as good as we've been playing, and you have Dwayne with time back there, and then, I mean, you're going to have a good team.
So you feel like, do you feel when everything's coming together, do players feel that?
Yeah.
Like, how do you feel that? Like, you see just...
I mean, we haven't had a big game yet. We haven't really had a true test yet, so I don't want to get ahead of ourselves. After this game, I'll be able to really give you a feel on how I think our team will play the rest of the season.
How much better is TCU than the teams you played so far?
Way better. I think they're probably one of the two best teams we'll play all year, just from film, but it'll be different actually seeing them in person. So.
Nick, you mentioned a couple weeks ago that there was a lot of hype around you, and that would help, maybe help your teammates a little bit. How do you deal with hype around you, whether it's NFL draft hype, you're being recruited, and even your name is being tossed around loosely in the Heisman conversation?
I mean, I'm just trying to play well on film. I'm just trying to get every play that I'm out there, I'm trying to make it a good play and not give anybody anything to say bad about me. The hype is just whatever.
Do you laugh at that hype, though? I mean, when you see your name, how do you respond to it?
I don't think any defensive players winning a Heisman, so...
Should they?
We'll see. I don't know who votes for it, but... Got it.
Hey, Nick, this is a neutral site game, yet they're less than 20 miles away from AT&T Stadium. Does this kind of feel more like a road game for you guys and a home game for them, you think? Or?
I mean, any time we go on a plane and go somewhere, it's kind of an away game, but with Ohio State's just travels so well, and we have fans everywhere. So, I mean, I've been to so many games, even when Joe was here, that they just fill stadiums that are so far away from here. And I'm sure it'll be the same there. I'm sure, I mean, they might have a few more because they're so close, but we'll definitely have some fans.
What did it feel like when you guys went down there for the Cotton Bowl?
I'm trying to think. We definitely had more fans. Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely more. Yeah, the stadium's was filled up with Buckeyes.
Isn't that where you met your friend, the pediatric cancer patient? Is that when you went to the Cotton Bowl?
No.
No, that's not. When you study an opponent, Nick, how much do you study specific personnel? In other words, did you recognize when Rutgers put out a second-string tight end that it was their second-string tight end?
I mean, usually teams play more than one tight end, so
right.
They play 3 or 4 sometimes. So, I mean, usually we just, if there's a tight end who does something specifically really well, then we'd notice that, but usually tight ends are tight ends. I mean, sometimes people chip with certain tight ends, and we just look at things like that.
What do you see in Sean Robinson?
See the tight end for him?
No, he's their quarterback, sorry.
Quarterback. Oh, Robinson, okay. Yeah, I only know by the last names and the numbers. I mean, we just got to contain him, for sure. I mean, running quarterbacks are tough. You can't just rush freely and do the same things that we've been doing. We kind of have to stay in our lanes and be more disciplined.
Hey, Nick, Coach Schiano said that every week teams are trying to find new creative ways to slow you down. Maybe things are happening that you might not be expecting. How creative do teams get? And I mean, have you seen basically everything at this point, or are teams still surprising you with strategies and trying to, keep you out of the backfield?
He got me in the last game. I don't know if you guys saw it, but I got cracked pretty hard on one. Surprised it wasn't on Twitter somewhere. I didn't see it.
Did you go look?
But yeah, no, I was expecting it to be, because I got hit really hard when I was not looking. And I mean, I'm sure there's more things they could do, but so far it's just been chips to tight end and sliding my way. Stuff like that.
When you say you're surprised, what happened? It's just something that they did that you didn't see on film, or
they
how do
just
they
had the
surprise
tight
you?
end outside, and I was rushing, and I'm looking at the tackle, and he just comes and nails me from the outside.
What has stood out to you?
Eagle.
What has stood out to you about Ryan Day and as the acting coach and just how he's handled things?
I think he's been really good, but it's a credit to Coach Meyer for just the culture here is what he. That's what he does. Like, that's Coach Meyer's thing. Like, he comes in and creates a culture and hires the best people in the country, and that's what he does. And when you lose him, it's still the same thing because everybody is so bought into the culture, and Coach Day's done an amazing job of just keeping the culture the same.
Is it any different this
Two more
week
questions
since
for
it is
Nick.
a big game?
Yeah.
With him,
I mean, for him, I'm sure he'll be pulling his hair out all night because, I mean, I can't even imagine him missing this one. But for us, we're preparing the same way. We've had a great week so far, and we're just trying to make it a good one.
Nick, is
Too
there
quick,
any part of you?
Does this feel like a big game? I mean, does this feel like a different week? I mean,
Oh, yeah.
you know you're playing a quality opponent. What have you seen that's been different about it?
Just energy. Practices have been a little more intense. There's a few fights today outside, but just more energy, and we know we've played in big games, and we know that they're going to take their best shot at us, so we got to be ready.
Plus, y'all cut it short today a little bit, didn't you?
We cut it short, but we got plenty of work.
Yeah.
Trust me.
And the other thing for you personally, to get that sack at the end of the first half last week around Tariq Cole, the guy who had said you'd never get a sack on him, do you have little check marks? Maybe you didn't even know about it, but do you have check marks
No, I knew
on your
about
career
it,
list?
but, no, he was cool. I think they kind of took his comment out of context. He was saying some good things about me, and at the end, he came up to me and he was cool. So it's all good.
Nick, is there any part of you that wants a 4-quarter game just so you can?
Yeah, definitely. I'm excited to play a full game. We'll see.